Good afternoon. Today my presentation's topic is a next big thing about business ethics. According to OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, it shows that trade in fake goods is now 3.3% of world trade and rising. What do you feel about that after I told you the news? You probably feel like 3.3. That's not a big deal. But what if I tell you one day when you walk to the clinic and try to get a vaccination, you have take the painful, suffer the side effect, and also pay the bill. But only 1 week later, your doctor called and told you that the vaccination you had last week was invalidated. What do you feel about that? Will you feel like scared? Because that's a fake good. So you actually put your life in the threat and you probably have to suffer it again. Or you probably feel like angry and curse no matter which company produce an ineffective vaccine that probably threat your life. Will you still feel like that's not a big deal? According to Southern China Morning Post, about 800,000 doses of HPV vaccination were administered in Hong Kong at 2018, and 90% of the vaccine were sold to mainland Chinese visitors. You probably will ask, why don't they do this in mainland China? And 90%, that's actually very high percent, right? Because at the meantime, the biggest biotechnology in China was facing a scandal by producing the insufficient and ineffective vaccine and sold in hospital. After that, will you feel like you want to go to the hospital and get the treatment? And now will you still feel like this is still none of your business and you feel like counterfeit is not actually crisis in our daily life? Of course, it's a big deal and it actually affects every single person in this world. But how can we solve this problem? It can't be solved just by one part, the cooperation, right? It actually has 3 main stakeholders. So the first one I want to mention is the government. The government has to launch the new regulation and rules to prevent this kind of thing happen again, and also help the corporation to face their problem and fix this. So the second one is the corporation itself. The companies actually should take the huge responsibility about the counterfeit. Why? Because you can't just pursue the highest profit for your company and ignore the responsibility you should take for the society, because you can't go further in that case. So the corporation has to face their problem and try to build the society's confidence about themselves. So the third stakeholder, of course, is us as a consumer or the customer. We have to have the faith about our society and our government. It's not that hard to solve the counterfeit as long as everyone participate about this. And in the future, I hope everyone can live happy and healthy. That'll be all. Thank you.